Just been reading in the book of Joshua about Rahab, a remarkable story of faith, of trusting God. So we have at the end of Deuteronomy, Moses dies and God appoints Joshua to lead the people into the promised land. And Joshua was one of the spies the previous time, 40 years ago, when they tried to come into the promised land. He was one of them. Him and Caleb spoke with faith. God has promised us this land. Let's go take it. The people rebelled. They didn't trust God. Joshua is now the commander, and he sends just 2 young men, not to do the same as last time. He sends them privately. They're going to report back to him privately. He didn't want to tempt God. He knew that God had promised this nation, this land to them. So he believes the providence of God, and he doesn't want to tempt God, and so he acts in faith by sending spies. Go view the land, especially Jericho, just Jericho. And they went and they came to the house of Rahab, who must have previously been a prostitute. And the king somehow hears about it. Behold, men of Israel have come tonight to search out the land. And Rahab could have given them up. She could have abandoned them. She could have said, you guys are on your own. These 2 men are in a city, Jericho, walled up to heaven. The ruler of that kingdom is angry, is frustrated that they're spies. He's going to find them out. He's sending people to search for them. So the king sent people specifically to Rahab. Bring out the men who have come to you, who entered your house, for they've come to search out the land. But the woman who had taken the 2 men, Rahab, said, true, the men came to me, but I did not know where they were from. When the gate was about to be closed at dark, the men went out. I do not know where the men went. Pursue them quickly, for you will overtake them. But she had hidden them up on the roof, and so she lies and she hides them. And you might say, she lied. That's not good, and that's right. We shouldn't lie. And yet, if you look at her lie, it is a lie done in faith. Often when we lie to take the more comfortable, the easier route. She took the harder route. She didn't have to hide these men. She didn't have to go with them. She didn't have to take their side. She put herself in danger of death. And this is what she says, I know that the Lord has given you the land, and the fear of you has fallen upon us, and all the inhabitants of the land melt away before you. For we have heard how the Lord dried up the water of the Red Sea before you when you came out of Egypt, and what you did to the 2 kings of the Amorites, who were beyond the Jordan, to Sihon and Og, whom you devoted to destruction. And as soon as we heard it, our hearts melted, and there was no spirit left in any man because of you. For the Lord your God, he is God in the heavens above and on the earth below. Now then, swear to me by the Lord, that as I have dealt kindly with you, you also will deal kindly with my father's house, and give me a sure sign that you will save alive my father, my mother, brothers, sisters, and all who belong to them, and deliver our lives from death. That is a woman who believes in God. She's seen God's purposes, she's heard his name, she's seen what he's done, and she believes. So that lie was a lie done in faith, and she is rewarded. She's not reprimanded by God or anyone in the Bible. She chose the hard path. Her lie was a lie of faith. She had never heard of the miracles. I mean, she'd never seen the miracles from the time of Egypt when the Israelites were delivered. She just heard of them. She never saw them. She never saw the Red Sea parting. But she was more convinced about those great acts of God than the Israelites themselves. And so her lie was a lie of faith. I just want to commend this to you. Amen.